It came about by happenstance. You will note that the first author is Carroll L. Miller. Dr. Miller is now deceased, but I met him when I was a student at Howard University in the 40s. And my husband happened to have worked in his office as a student. And they developed a wonderful relationship. Dr. Miller became his mentor. To make a very long story short, once we moved back to this area, Dr. Miller had been retired, having worked at Howard for 52 years, retired as dean of the graduate school, and my husband continued to visit him. He was bedridden, and one day his manuscript surfaced, a manuscript, he told my husband, about Lucy Diggs Slough. It was 200 pages. My husband tried to get him to edit it, and he was unable to physically. He offered several other people to, suggested several other people to edit it, and finally suggested me. And Carroll Miller, he said, smiled, and he said, sure, I know Anne. I read it, and it's 200 pages, and went back to visit him. And he said, how much will you charge me? I said, not a dime. I'll do it. I felt that the document would have been a nice little pamphlet for doctoral students in history, but it needed context. And I told him that. And he said, go ahead. 6 months later, he died. This was 2003. The estate gave the manuscript to me. And 8 years later, I presented it to a publisher. From 200 pages that Miller gave me, I presented 500 to SUNY Press, the publisher. So that's why I say it was happenstance, and it was a labor of love.